It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, we recently had our school fundraiser. The results are supposed to be private, but a friend of mine that works on the committee congratulated me because she said my husband had the winning bid for the romantic Palm Springs getaway.
Ooh.
The problem is my husband told me he didn't bid on anything. So after I found out, I didn't say anything. Instead, I waited to see if he surprised me. Well, now he told me he has to go away for work the weekend that getaway is for.
No.
So you can connect the dots. She thinks that he won the getaway and has taken somebody else. So let's get Michelle Monrovia. Well, Michelle, this smells of a rat. It smells fishy. It's the same weekend he goes away. And so just one thing, are you certain that this committee individual, this friend of yours who works on the committee, is legit in telling you that your husband and you guys really won this trip?
Yeah, I mean, she ran the whole thing, so she would know who got what prize for sure.
Interesting.
All right. Well,
and how's your marriage been thus far? Like, are you guys intimate? Are you guys good?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're good. I mean, of course, we've been married for 12 years, so things change and your relationship changes, but I hadn't noticed any other signs. That's why I was kind of like hoping that maybe he was trying to surprise me with the trip, but now it's around the corner and he hasn't said anything, and he said he's going away. So I'm like, well, I guess he's not taking me. So I was surprised at first, and now I'm kind of always looking for signs of.
Is there a history of him having to work over the weekend and travel for work over the weekend?
Once in a while, yeah, once in a while with clients, but it's not a regular thing. Maybe like a couple times a year.
Okay, hold on one second, Michelle. We're gonna call him next. Let's get the break in and get on this. So Michelle's on the phone in Monrovia. She found out from a committee person on the fundraising team at her kids' schools that she and her husband won this trip to Palm Springs, and so this committee member is like, "Hey, congratulations on winning the trip to Palm Springs." She's like, "We what? We did? Yeah, your husband bid on it and won it." Oh, so then she goes home and he's like, "I didn't bid on it." Well, now he's going away on the exact weekend of that trip, and she thinks he did win it. He did bid on it, and he's taking someone else to Palm Springs.
Oy.
So that's where we are. He says, "No, I have to travel for work. I got a work thing that weekend." That Friday night, Saturday night into Sunday. I got to work. So, Michelle, we're going to have Sissany make a call to him and find out who's top of mind and maybe a little bit more based on what he puts on a card when she offers him some roses. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call and then his name on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
All right. We're going to call him now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Rich?
Yeah, this is Rich.
Hi, Rich. My name is Kayla. I'm calling from Bright Blooms. How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we're a new flower shop here in Monrovia, right on Huntington Drive. And the reason I'm calling is because since we're new to the area, we're doing a promotion where we give out a dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like today. They're absolutely free. I don't need any credit card or cash or billing info from you. Just the name of the person you want to send the flowers to.
Oh, wow.
Is that something that you'd be interested in? They're free.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm free. That's a deal.
It's a deal. Exactly. The catch is like if you like them, you refer us to friends and family.
Okay.
So what's the name of the person you want to send the flowers to?
I'll send them to Kelly.
Kelly. Okay. And what do you want to put on the note?
A note. How about to hold you over until ...
To hold you over until ... Okay. Oh, cute. So is this like a romantic card? Should I put some hearts on it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. And want me to sign it like Love Rich?
Just Rich.
Rich, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. This is Ryan Seacrest, and you are on the air with us. I have your wife, Michelle, of 12 years on the line. Who is Kelly, and why are you sending that note and roses to her, Rich?
Speak up, Rich. You better say something.
It's
How could you be so stupid? You used our kid's school auction to bid on something for someone that you're having an affair with? Are you serious?
I thought this was, these these are roses. I was just sending them.
No, Rich. Hold on, Rich. Did you read the card, please?
The Kelly, to hold you over until ...
Until what, Rich?
Oh, man.
And she asked you if it was romantic, and you said yes. So you're kind of...
I don't know what to say.
Well, why don't you just start with the truth, Rich? What's the truth?
Yeah.
You're cheating on your wife with Kelly, so that's fact.
Okay, can I talk to Michelle? Let's talk off the radio, okay? And then I can explain everything. I don't want to do
Who's
this
Kelly?
right here.
Wait, is this Kelly from... Is this Kelly from school? Like from PTA?
Oh, my gosh.
Is that... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
She's
Look,
married. Well, you're married, first of all, but she's also married. And her kids go to our kids' school.
Oh, my God, I have chills.
I can explain it all. I
Well,
promise.
go ahead, Rich. Go ahead. We have some time.
I don't want to explain it right here.
I know you don't want to, but you need to.
Look, Michelle, can we just talk about this? You know,
I don't know what there's to talk about. I really don't.
Rich, here's what we've come to find out. You're cheating. You're married. You're cheating with a married woman who is on the PTA of your kid's school. And you've been having this affair. You sent a romantic bouquet of flowers. So I'm going to let you go. There's nothing else we can do. And Michelle, you're going to have to obviously take these facts. And there's not much to say here. Michelle had a hunch that he was cheating, and he was. And so he sent a romantic bouquet of flowers to Kelly. And basically, here, hope these hold you over until. And you said, is it romantic? He said, yes.
Yep.
Then we said, what about the weekend getaway that you won through the school? Did you take her on that when you said you were just working? And the answer is yes. And so now, I guess the question is, we know he's cheating. And he's cheating with a married woman that's a part of the PTA panel that his kids go to.
And
they
their
go to school.
kids are
they go to school
friends.
together.
It's just this one really
I think
struck a chord.
Laura has a point. He was asking to get caught, right, Laura?
Totally. How do you send flowers to a married woman and not think that that's going to get picked up on by?
That's a great point. What's he think? If he's not thinking, he's not thinking again.
But we didn't know where he was going to send him. Maybe he would have sent to her work or something.
Yeah, but still, you don't even risk sending flowers. He's cheating. She's married and he's married, and he's going to send flowers to her.
Ew.
It's just double dumb.
Double dumb.
Double dumb. Thanks for calling, Shanna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So you feel badly for her?
I do. She has kids, and this is her husband. It just seemed that she kind of already knew that her husband was cheating on her. Like she really suspected, and this just confirmed it.
Yeah. Well, I just wonder how long he's been doing it. And then here's the question. Thanks for calling, Shanna. And here's the question I have. So what do you do? So now she got kids. She knows that her husband's cheating. Does she call the other husband of the wife that he's cheating with?
1,000%. I would call the husband of the other wife.
That's what I'm saying. Does she call the husband?
I would.
So she calls the husband and says, our spouses are cheating on us.
Yep.
And then they go deal with it. I think so,
it's
too.
all messy to begin with.
But he's got to know. She's got to make sure he knows.
Yeah.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, I made a mistake. I agreed to a threesome with my husband and a woman we know.
No.
Yeah. All right, Brenda, thank you for coming on in Whittier. So you agreed to do this. You did it. And then the other day you came home, and what did you find when you came home, Brenda?
I found this other woman in my kitchen.
And what happened at that point?
So let me go back to the beginning. So I used to work with her. We were really close friends, and we got together for lunch one day just to catch up and reminisce. And she mentioned to me how hot she thought my husband was. And, basically if I was ever interested in a third, she'd be into it. And I always thought she was hot too. So I brought it up to my husband. And then he was into the idea, obviously. So we set it up. And that was in September. So now she's in my kitchen. So it was okay. Parts of it were nice. But I did feel kind of jealous. So that was kind of it. And then I come home from work last week, and the two of them are in my kitchen.
I just don't know how it ever ends in the right place.
Right. Yeah.
Like at some point, whether it's that night or later or a year or two, this happens. I just think it does. So, Brenda, how long you been married?
4 years.
What's her name?
Chloe.
And how did you react when you found them in the kitchen? How did you react to that moment?
I mean, I was shocked, like, because I admit I agreed to it. I was into it. And then obviously after it happened, like, I changed. So, I mean, I didn't think he was going to see her again, particularly without me. So obviously I was shocked, and they definitely seemed surprised, but, tried to play it off as hey, great to see you. Not like they were busted. And, I'm not buying it. And she left pretty quickly. And so I asked my husband what the hell she was doing here. And he said she thought she lost an earring in our bedroom.
But from
she hasn't
September?
been to the house in September. Exactly.
Okay. Hold on one second. Brenda, we're going to call your husband, see if we can find out next. So Brenda's on the line. We're calling her husband. It's Ryan's Roses. They had a threesome. She did it with, they did it with someone she used to work with. Mm-hmm. Then she comes home and finds that person and her husband in the kitchen at her home. And I don't know that I need to tell you much more than that.
This is
the
heavy.
other woman's name is Chloe. Okay. So you think that he's taken this moment and developed a one-on-one relationship with the other woman, Chloe?
Yeah, I do.
Why do they even have each other's information if she was your friend to begin with?
I mean, I don't think it's weird maybe that he has her number or she has his number, but for them to see each other, especially in my home without me present, is very weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that, look, he knows after what happened that him doing that is a massive bad move.
Yeah.
Okay. So, be very quiet. We're going to call him and find out who he's thinking about. Who is top of mind? Who he wants to send these roses to. Because, I don't even know how this isn't already an issue because of what he did and what you just told me. But we're going to make the call and see if we can find out. Be very quiet, and here we go. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, be very quiet. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Paul.
Speaking?
Hi, Paul. My name is Marcy. I'm calling from Elegant Blooms. We're actually a new flower shop here on Lambert and Santa Fe Springs, and today we're offering a free dozen roses to local residents. How are you doing this morning?
I'm so sorry. Hang on. Just one second. I got to take a call real quick. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're absolutely free. I don't need any cash or info from you. It's a promotion that we do about once a month for our new business, and we just hope that if you're pleased with our arrangements, you return as a customer or tell your friends and family about us. Is there anybody in your life that you would want to send a dozen red roses to?
Okay, free roses. Okay. Hang on. I've seen scams like this on Instagram. Is this legit? Is this real?
Yeah, I don't need any info from you. I don't need your cash or credit card info, social or anything like that. Just the name of the person you want to send them to, and we can put a note.
Okay. Okay, tell you what. Her name is Sylvia.
Sylvia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what would you like to put on the card?
Let's see, just put, it's on, exclamation point, see you soon, period.
See you soon.
Love, Paul.
Love, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Pretty good. Yeah, all right.
Paul, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your wife, Brenda, on the phone. Who's Sylvia?
Wait, did you say my wife is on the line? Is that true?
That is true.
Yeah,
Who is Sylvia?
I'm here. Who is Sylvia?
Okay. Okay, look, clearly there's a lot we need to discuss here.
Oh
Starting
my
with who
God.
Sylvia is. Paul, who is that?
She's a girl, a lady that I met online.
Okay, and what's going
Oh
on with
my
you and Sylvia?
God.
Now that you met, what's going on?
Well, we're just talking right now. Sylvia
And what are you
and I.
talking about? Why are you talking to
you're
Sylvia?
Married.
Well, it's not as simple as all of that. My wife and I have made an arrangement, and we started to incorporate other people into the relationship.
Brenda, is that the case?
No, I never agreed to that. You know, I didn't like how it made me feel, and I told you I didn't want to do that again.
Oh, right. That was with your friend Chloe because that's your friend, and I understand that. But I feel like if you don't know the person, it might be a little more exciting. You might enjoy it more.
But you're getting to know the person. So you are going to know the
never.
person. Paul, I want to go back for a second with Chloe. What's going on with you and Chloe? Why was Chloe in the kitchen with you without your wife's knowledge at your home?
Oh, she came over because she thought she had maybe left something. She was looking for a pearl earring that she had, and she thought maybe she lost it when she was here a few months ago.
And so she comes over
ago.
at the exact time your wife's not there, and you guys are just hanging out in the kitchen, not looking for the pearl, whatever earring.
Yeah, we were just catching up. We're just catching up. Nothing going on.
Come on, Paul. Nobody wears pearl earrings.
Seriously.
Hey, she likes them.
All right. Brenda, I can't say this isn't everybody's fault here.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, this door was open. Paul doesn't know how to, he doesn't know what to do, clearly. And so now you guys are in this situation because of everybody on this phone call on that side, on your side.
I mean, yes and no. The door was opened under very strict circumstances.
But Paul
that
doesn't
were
seem to
agreed
understand
upon.
what those circumstances are.
Oh,
So
well,
the door
how
got open,
convenient.
and, I'm just telling you, the door got open. He thinks he's got permission here, and now it's a slippery slope.
I see that.
I think so. I mean, what do you hear,
You guys
Sissany?
need to sit down and have a conversation and figure out your boundaries at this point,
just stay
or
with each
end
other.
it.
Boundaries.
Or end it.
I don't want anyone else in our bedroom ever again. I said that, period. We tried something. It wasn't for me. That's it.
Oh, okay, but we kind of agreed to do it, and it's something that I enjoy, and I might want to explore more. And there's,
If you want to
some
explore that, then you have
opportunities
to not be married.
Thank you.
But I mean, it was almost, it was kind of her idea,
But it doesn't mean, Paul, you get to go off and do your own thing now. I think
Right.
she's
Seems
saying
like
it was a mistake.
one-time thing.
It was a mistake, and you're so excited with the novelty of it, you can't stop thinking about it. But it
Now
was
you're meeting people
a mistake.
online, like,
And you're saying, yeah, it's your
I
fault.
just tried to,
You gave me the
trying
keys to the
explore.
car.
I'm trying to see if this thing's going to work.
what
Which
thing?
thing?
There's no thing.
The thing is, you got to stop. Your wife's telling you, mistake. No.
I don't know. I think I need a little bit more to. I need to talk a little bit more about that.
Well, why don't y'all
I'm ready to
talk
get back.
about
There
it?
is nothing to talk about. How much more clear could I be?
That's pretty clear. All right, we're going to let you guys go. Paul, Brenda, thank you very much. We wish you the best of luck. This is everybody's fault on that call.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Door got open, and the second you open that door, this is the kind of stuff that happens. Whether it's now or
100%.
later, it's inevitable.
This is why you never allow it.
So we're talking about Ryan's Roses. And the couple let a third person into the bedroom. It was someone that his wife knew. They agreed to do it. There were rules with it. And then he, the husband, decides to go see that person without her. And he's online looking for the next person to invite into the bedroom. He's so lost with this thing because in his mind, he got permission to invite other people into their relationship. And she's saying, no, that was not the deal. But I'm telling you, when Brenda and Paul decide to let someone in, get ready. This is what's going to happen.
So you should never
gonna
do it.
Well, I mean, he's so hung up on it and so seemingly excited about the fact that he can just fish for other people to join them in the relationship that he's lost the plot. And she's saying, well, no, you don't. That's not the case. It was a mistake. Never again. He's saying, but this was your fault. You got us here.
It makes my skin boil at the idea of something like this ever happening to me in my relationship. I could never, one, let it happen, two, be in the situation.
I just don't know how that ever ends right or well.
No.
Someone always gets upset, let down. What is the?
It permanently
lack of
changes the
attention.
dynamic of your relationship, even if you do it with someone that you're never going to see again.
Yeah.
A random
And they did it
stranger.
with a former coworker?
Yeah, it's like, what are you thinking? But look, I'm not trying to judge, but still, it's like you would invited this person into your bedroom, and now, no matter what, even if that person left forever, your relationship with your husband and your relationship with your wife now is changed.
I mean, Paul's
forever.
got it all wrong, but Brenda's not responsible for this in a way too.
I mean, she
Tanya?
is responsible.
Yeah,
not responsible. It's bad English,
she
but-
allowed it the one time, but I think maybe she was probably going against her gut because this was probably something that he'd mentioned he wanted. So she's like, okay, maybe I'll just do
And
it
she
once.
knows it's a mistake now
Yeah.
because he can't handle it.
Yeah.
He just can't handle it.
It's like
All
when
right.
you give somebody one nerd, they're never just going to want one nerd. You need a handful of nerds.
Laura, good morning. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Doing well. So in Sun Valley, what do you think about this?
Absolutely not. I mean, I understand that people have some non-traditional relationships, but I mean, once you add in a third person, the relationship's completely over. I mean, he first started with Chloe and now Sylvia. It's just the trust is gone, the intimacy is gone. It's done.
The commitment is gone too, isn't it? The commitment to be and focus on one
Absolutely.
person is gone. And now this is a whole new pursuit for this guy, Paul, because he thinks he's got permission to go do it.
Well, and the way he was talking about it, he seemed just like, I don't know, he's not in his marriage at all.
So, Laura, you called in on this. Has this happened to you?
No, but they do have friends that have this type of arrangement, and more times than not, people would be hooking up on the side without the wife or the husband there, and then that's when things go south and it's over.
Ew.
Bad.
One of Sisney's favorite conversations now.
It really makes me so angry.
Thanks,
I
Laura,
just
for calling.
Don't ever, 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 ever want to feel that.
Oh. Now that we're here, I don't think anybody does want to feel that.
Never. But I think you get to this point, maybe it happens in marriages, you hear about it.
You're
when
just
people
trying
are
new things, keeping
you
it
try
fresh.
new things.
Yeah.
You're like, the
And
kids
it
are
just
getting
backfires
older.
on you.
Been married for 20-something years, and it's like, I don't know what you think at that time. And maybe you do try to explore it. It's like, I'm glad I'm here for these stories. Because I'm going to be like, no, every time. No.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. All right, Rachel reached out to us for Ryan's Roses. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning.
So I see your sister's husband saw your fiance at dinner with another woman. What happened?
Yeah, so he called and, he didn't really want to say anything because he didn't want to get involved. But he was worried because he said that it seemed romantic, and I guess they were drinking a lot and really touchy-feely, but my sister and he thought that I should know. So I don't know. I didn't have enough information to confront him about it, so I came to you.
I think he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing by, he saw it, he felt something was off, and he reported it back
Right.
to your sister. I think that's probably the right thing to do. So now, any idea who he was with?
I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. Let's come back and we'll try and call him and see what we can find out, all right? It's Kiss FM. Her sister's husband saw her fiance at dinner with another woman. That's all we know. So, Rachel, we're going to call your husband now and see what we can find out. Just say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, we're going to do that now. Be very quiet. Let's see what we can find out, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Be very quiet till we tell him he's on the air. Here we go. Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Seth.
Yeah, this is Seth.
Hi, Seth. My name is Candace. I'm calling from The Garden. We're actually a floral design business that services the Santa Fe Springs area. How are you doing this morning?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
So good, thank you. We're trying to promote our delivery service, and what we're doing is we're offering local residents a promotion today of a free dozen red roses. You can send them to anybody that you'd like. They are free. We don't need any cash, credit card info, anything like that from you. We just hope that you leave us a good Yelp review or refer us to friends and family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds, yeah, I'm game.
Okay, wonderful. What's the name of the person you'd want to send them to?
I'd like to send these flowers to my wife, Tracy.
Okay. What would you like to put on the card?
I'll say happy birthday with an exclamation point. I love you, Seth. Short and sweet.
Great.
Tracy? Seth, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. You're married to a woman named Tracy?
Yeah, I am.
Do you have a Rachel in your life?
Okay, I get it. I see what's happening here.
Well, could you tell us what's happening? Rachel's on the phone with us.
Yeah, your wife? Do you mean your ex-wife, right?
Not exactly.
Well, Seth, who are you married to?
I'm married to Tracy.
Rachel, is that true?
Well, hey, what is happening right now? Well, you said you were divorced.
Rachel, yes. When I met you, Tracy and I were separated.
No, you said you were divorced. Not
I
separated,
said that,
divorced.
but I understand. I said that. It wasn't completely true, but at the time, I thought we were heading in that direction.
Hold on. I need to understand some things. Rachel, you're engaged to Seth. He proposed to you. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, you've been together for 2 years. When did he propose?
Yes.
How long ago?
What? It's probably 6 months ago now.
Seth, did you propose to Rachel?
I can see how she would see it that way.
Seth, did you propose to Rachel?
At the time, I thought that my separation was going to end in divorce, and I was excited about Rachel, but, things changed.
And then you reconciled with your wife you never split with?
Correct.
And why did you tell
reconnected.
Rachel? What are you doing?
She beat me to it, I guess.
Seth, you were out with... you've been... Where have you been sleeping, Seth?
I with Rachel.
Oh, my gosh.
Where does Tracy think you are?
Yeah.
At my place. She doesn't know about Rachel. But she will.
Seth.
I'm going to give her a call.
Well, Seth, I think you're doomed on both paths here, my friend. I think this is... Rachel, you feel free to say what you want to say, and we're going to let you guys go and work on this.
I don't know when you thought you were going to tell me that.
You can't stay with a person that does something like this, Rachel.
No.
Absolutely
Seth,
not.
we're going to drop
No.
your call. We're going to let you go. So
Okay.
you had no idea. You had no idea that he was still with Tracy.
No, he told me he was divorced.
So what was he going to do? Just ride this out as long as he could?
I have no idea. Who thinks like that? We've literally been together for 2 years, and at no point did he manage to muster up the confidence to tell me that he's still married.
Okay, well, now you know facts, and now you've got to do what's best for you. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. Yeah, he was leading a double life. It was a double life narrative, right?
Exactly.
All right, Leah is on the phone here. Leah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good.
So, Seth in Santa Fe Springs, he was engaged to Rachel, and he never split with his wife, Tracy. He reconciled with his wife, Tracy, while still being engaged to Rachel and hadn't told Rachel. So she naturally, the guy's living a double life. Where does that end? What happens from there?
Yeah, this is just really another cautionary tale from anyone that does dating apps, Tinder and everything else. Like, you really have to do your homework to see if someone is married. There's tons of married guys on there because all they want to do is have their cake and eat it too. Like,
Ew.
You really have to be careful out there because this happens all the time.
But I think if you're Rachel, obviously there's no question you don't want to speak to him ever again. Now, my question is,
you don't.
if you're Tracy, then you don't know about Rachel, and now you found out about Rachel, are you still going to reconcile? I hope. I
You're
don't think
out
so.
too. Yeah.
I wouldn't personally. If he's already out there, whether it was, I started when we weren't together or we were breaking up, he continued that while they were reconciling. So is that really a fair and open relationship?
This guy, Seth, acted like he was going to handle it with Tracy. Like, she'll be okay. I don't think so, Seth. I think you really backed yourself into a corner. Thanks for calling, Leah. So 30%, I'm reading here. Reportedly, 30% of dating app users are married.
30?
That's what I just
But
looking
like
it up. 30%.
married and sneaking around, or still legally married, but they're separated and they have been for a lot of years.
I can't spell that in the search.
Yeah. Okay.
42%. 42% of people on dating apps. 42%. 8% away from half are in a relationship.
That is mind blowing.
Wild.
I mean, that's what you're dealing with. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, my husband recently told me he's not sure he wants to be married anymore. Before I respond, I need to know if he's having an affair. I'm almost positive he is, and I think I know who it's with. Okay, Maggie, Chino Hills, thanks for coming on. Who do you think is driving this? Who do you think he's having an affair with, and why?
Oh my God, it's totally this girl Valerie that he works with. It's this new girl at work.
It's a new girl at work, and now all of a sudden you think he's having an affair and no longer wants to be married?
100%. Like, I'm almost certain of it.
Well, how do you know it's her? Are they spending time alone together?
Yeah, it seems like they are. So 6 months ago, he started telling me all these stories about her, and like she was having all this trouble with her husband, who's a total jerk. And, he just like stays home playing video games all day and like drinks too much and all this stuff. And then my husband stopped talking about her all of a sudden. And like I would ask him about Valerie and he would get like all cagey and weird. And then literally like he started to get super distant. And then last weekend out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be married anymore." And I explicitly asked him if there was someone else, and he like totally denied that there, isn't. And I don't believe him. The timing of this is too sketchy.
Wow.
So, can I ask you, so what happens if you find out this is true?
I mean, we're done. Are you kidding? Like,
well, you're done
if he's
asking
doesn't
for
want
a
to be
divorce,
married.
right?
Absolutely. Like,
but you just want to know the culprit.
Yeah, I just want to know that I'm right, basically. I feel like there might be a tiny shred of hope, like if he's not having an affair, that we can work things out. Like, I've suggested counseling and stuff. So,
all right, hold on 1 second. We are going to come back. We're going to try and call your husband. How long have you been married?
2 years.
Oh, that's even new. All right, Ryan's Roses. We're calling her husband next. Maggie's on the line. Married 2 years. Do you have kids, Maggie?
No, but we've talked about it, and I thought we were going to start trying soon.
Okay, and then your husband has come to you because you think this new woman at work is having an affair with him. He's having an affair with her, and he said he's not sure he wants to be married anymore. You want to know what's going on before you respond to that. So, Maggie, we're going to call him now and find out. We can find out. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
You have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to do it now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, is this Ed?
Yes, Ed.
Hi, my name is Gail. I'm calling from the local garden. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. So we're new to Chino Hills. We're a flower shop offering local residents a promotion today. It's actually a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They are free. We don't need any cash or credit card info from you. We just hope that you refer us to friends and family and then come back as a returning customer.
Wait, what? Yeah, I wanted some free flowers.
It's just a dozen red roses that you could send to anybody that you'd like today. I just need the name of the person, and we can get them out by lunchtime.
Well, I didn't enter any contest or anything.
Oh, no, we have a database. You may have purchased something online within the last 6 to 18 months and selected to receive promotional offers from local vendors.
Really? Wow. So now I get free flowers for whoever I want?
Yep, you can send them to anybody that you'd like. We can start with the name, and we can put a quick note and send them out by lunchtime today.
Wow. Well, I mean, maybe I should send them to myself, huh? I mean, no one ever sends me flowers, so, you know.
Well, you know what? You could do whatever you want. But it'd be probably a little bit more special if you sent them to somebody else.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just playing around. Yeah, you can send them to Val.
Val? Okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
Something like brighter days are ahead. Is that good? What do you think about that?
Oh, I hope she's okay.
Ed, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to hear that. We've got your wife, Maggie, on the line. Who is Val?
I knew it. I knew it was Val.
Who is Val?
Who's this? What?
This is Maggie, your wife, on the line.
I knew she was the reason that you didn't want to be married anymore. I knew it.
What? Hold on. You knew what? What do you?
How long have you been having an affair with Valerie?
What? That's not true.
Okay,
I
so
think we were talking about
Ed,
on the radio.
Maggie is trying to get some information here. So you have said you don't think you want to be married anymore. There's a woman named Valerie you work with?
Yeah.
And what do you like about her?
Oh my God. I can't believe we're even talking about this on the radio. I haven't even told my parents what's going on between us.
How about your wife?
Wow. Yeah,
no.
you clearly haven't told me either.
What is going on?
Well, I think it's pretty clear what's going on. I think you're a cheater. That's what's going on.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing
Yes,
that.
and the whole world needs to know it. It's painfully obvious now. We all heard it. And honestly, you know what? Val should know too, because honestly, like, you might seem really great now, like sending her flowers and stuff, but you're obviously a cheater.
Look, we bonded. Her marriage is falling apart, so is mine. You know, we connected over that, but there's nothing else going on.
But has your marriage fallen apart, Ed? Why did it fall apart?
Yeah, because of your actions.
My wife and I have issues that are unrelated to this, so.
Wow. You think it's unrelated?
Yeah.
You think that you cheating on me is unrelated?
I'm
you
not.
just sent this girl flowers.
Yeah, she's going through a hard time. It has nothing to do with anything else.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God.
All right, so
I can't.
This couple's getting divorced.
I don't want to discuss it on the radio here. We have to deal with our own issues.
Are you going to be with Valerie
after
after your divorce from Maggie? Are you going to be with Valerie?
Good question.
I mean, I don't know what the future might hold, but right now I'm not focused on getting through, this difficult time. I'm not thinking about that.
Maggie, we're going to let you go. I think you have all the information that we can get from him.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck, okay?
Thank you.
With Ryan's Roses, something I'm thinking about here, Ed and Maggie, they're married 2 years, Chino Hills, no kids. He's already involved with someone else. He already told her, I don't want to be married anymore, really. Mm-hmm. It seems so casual. I mean, like, even with a high school breakup when you were back in school, it carried so much more weight than this.
That love has been gone for a while, it felt.
Well, they've only been married 2 years. Like, Sissany, you've been doing that for 10 times that.
6. 13, 14.
Not 10, but,
Well, married for 8, but yeah.
But the thing is, I guess 2 years, no kids, it can be a pretty clean break.
There's no clean break when it comes to divorcing, I don't think.
But it's, look, it can be very complicated when you've got kids involved that are young.
Yeah, sure. I guess better now than down the road, but it's still painful. She's
Ed
still
was
hurting.
Very casual about it all.
Ugh.
So, Lauren, good morning. What'd you think in North
morning.
Hollywood? Go ahead.
So this guy's an idiot. Like, he has a crush on Valerie. I mean, I don't even think he's cheating. I think he's hung up on this girl, and he's willing to throw his marriage away for a crush. So stupid. Like, that's why I think he said, I don't think I want to be married anymore, because I don't think he's having a relationship. I think he just has a crush. This is like all a fantasy.
So he's going to get divorced. He thinks he's going to be with Valerie, and Valerie's going to say, you know what, I'm not interested anymore.
Exactly.
Which is maybe what he
That's exactly
deserves.
what's going to happen.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, my gosh. Drama.
But I'm asking you, but when you think you don't want to be married, you got to fight through it. Now, I'm saying forget about the fact he's having an affair, but I'm sure there are times you're like, this is really hard. We could just quit, or we could fight through it. You know?
Well, he's thrown in the towel by asking for a divorce.
Well, but he's also thrown in the towel because he started a new relationship.
Yeah. So what came first? That's the question. Was he already? He's saying they already had issues.
If he's in a new relationship.
Well, he sent red roses saying things are going to get better. What did he say?
I know, but I think that maybe she's right. Maybe he just has a crush on her and he wants to see what's going on there.
Well, Maggie's done.
Yeah.
Maggie's done. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So, listen to this. We're going to Whittier. Sophia reached out, and she said, I caught my husband on an intimate FaceTime in our spare room. He said he was just watching a video, but I swear it was another person on the other end talking to him. So, how can you be so sure he was talking to somebody live on FaceTime on the other end of the phone, and it wasn't just a video?
Well, I'm not completely sure, but it really sounded like someone. And also, like, when I went in there, he put the phone down immediately. And I asked him what video it was, and he said it wasn't. It was just some video. He didn't tell me what it was, but it just didn't seem right with me.
Who do you think he might be FaceTiming in the spare room?
Honestly, I have no idea, but he's a contract worker, and he works a lot, and then he has a lot of free time, and he's had a lot of free time lately, and like, I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know who he's been talking. I have no idea, but something just doesn't sit right with me, especially because it was like 2 a.m. I had just gotten up from sleep, and he was like in the other bedroom. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right. Let's put you on hold. Okay. Ryan's Roses right now. Everybody hold for a second. If you're about to leave your vehicle, you might want to hang. Sophia's on the line. She said she walked in on her husband late on a FaceTime with another woman. He says, no, baby. It was just a video. She's like, no, it was a FaceTime. I could tell there was a live dialogue exchange. Did you hear him talking at all, or just the other person?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I heard him talking to someone, and when I opened the door, I heard another woman's voice on there.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been married, Sophia?
We've been married for 14 years, and we have 2 kids, but we've been together for a long time, so I've never seen him act like this before, but I don't know, something in my gut, it doesn't sit right.
All right, listen, Sophia, we're calling your husband right now. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to call him right now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Let's see what we can find out, okay? Good luck, Sophia.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Mike.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm calling from the LA Flower Shop. We actually deliver in Whittier and surrounding areas. We're new, and we're offering local residents a promotion today. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They're absolutely free. I don't need any cash. I don't need credit card. I don't need any info from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to.
No, seriously. Who is this? You're talking about free roses, right? I swear I've heard about this stuff. You've got like a private detective or something like that.
No, sir. It's just an arrangement of flowers. If you like our services, we hope that you return as a paying customer. But for now, they are free, and we'll send them to anybody that you'd like. We can start with the name of the person. It's something that we do once a month.
So you're not trying to trick me or anything?
Is there anybody that you want to send flowers to today?
Possibly.
Great. Who would that be?
Well, I would send them to my wife, I think. But
you think?
Yeah, I think so. But this is not a joke, right? This is actually... What was the name of the place?
The LA Flower Shop.
The LA Flower Shop.
And what's your wife's name?
Yeah. Sophia.
And what would you like to put on the card?
I know we've been going through some stuff. I love you. Hope, yeah, sincerely, Mike, I guess.
Mike, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. I want to bring in Sophia, your wife, on the line, who asked us, actually, Mike, to call you. Quickly, just a couple things. This may not make a lot of sense, Mike, but what are you going through? Sophia, what are you guys going through? What is he talking about?
I didn't think we were going through anything, honestly, until the other night. Hi, Mike. When I found you, when I found you on the FaceTime at like 2 a.m. in the middle of the night.
Mike, what were you doing? Mike, what were you doing at 2 a.m. on FaceTime, and who was on the other end? Just tell her.
Look, I've been distracted, and I know that, honey. I know I've been distracted lately, and there's things that we've been married for 14 years. Okay, we have children together, and we're just going through some stuff. And I do not think that we need to talk about this on the radio.
When you say, Mike, you're going through some stuff, were you talking to somebody on FaceTime? Is that part of the stuff? Was it another woman on the other end? Is that some of the stuff?
Mm-hmm. Are you cheating on your wife?
I'm curious.
We shouldn't talk about this stuff on the radio, but we should talk. I don't want to do this
then, Mike,
on the radio.
Why don't we just get one question answered? Sisney asked it. Are you cheating on your wife? I think that's what she wants to know. Point blank.
I'm just going to leave it at we need to talk. We just should talk about
well, that's admission of guilt. All right? That's an admission of guilt, Mike. Thank you very much, Sophia. Mike, you guys should talk. But, Sophia, I've done 4,000 of these calls. Anyone who says we should talk is about to tell you some bad news.
So sorry, Sophia.
Yeah.
Good luck. All right, thank you. I mean, going through some stuff. By the way, if you're not guilty, you're definitely saying that right now.
Yeah.
You're not doing what Mike did. No one is doing what Mike did and then says, no, of course not. It was nothing.
Right. Bringing up, it's been 14 years, like almost trying to make excuses for the fact that he's cheating.
And then Sisney almost gave a tell, I thought.
What'd I do?
Oh.
He says, I think I'd like to send him to my wife. You're like, you think? It's like, wow, careful, easy. Don't take it personally.
Yeah, you got to take the emotion
take it in
out
stride.
of it.
You guys going to know it's you.
He thought I was a PI.
Well, Magnum. Yeah, let's come back to that Ryan's Roses. We're going through some stuff. Let's talk. Stuff. Like, what's the stuff he's going to talk to her about? The stuff is he's got his eye on another woman and he's talking to her in the middle of the night. That's the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's going on with this guy. So, but he's blaming it on 14 years. Like, it's been 14 years. We've gone through some stuff. That's why. That's what he's going to say. That's why. We'll come back to it. All wound up. All wound up.
I know, you need a back rub.
I wouldn't mind.
Tubbs.
He gets, like, clammy about that. Let's go back to Ryan's Roses. So Sophia and Mike, Ryan's Roses. Just a few minutes ago, she reaches out to us. She's like, hey, my husband's FaceTiming a woman at 2 a.m. Turns out we believe he was. Because he said on the call, well, he's like, I guess I should send the roses to my wife. Sisney's like, you think? I'm sorry, you think?
I didn't sound that mad.
Well, it was like, woo, easy.
Well, he goes, I think I should send them to my wife.
Like,
and I was like, you think?
Judgy. Flower shop, LA flower shop, judgy. So anyway, so he's like, well, yeah, we've been going through some stuff. I don't think we should talk about this right now. Because we actually said, are you cheating on your wife? I don't think we should talk about this right now. We're going through some stuff. Well, the answer is no if you're not.
Right.
Everything else is a yes.
Yeah. I'd rather not talk about this on the radio, is what he said.
Right, but if you're not, you say no.
Say no. Absolutely not. I love my wife. I would never cheat on my wife.
Say no.
Anything.
Let's take this off the air. Talk, going through some stuff. Let's talk.
It's been 14 years. It's really tough.
14 years. Right. Blame it on 14 years. It's tough. Whatever
kids.
he's about to tell her, he's like, babe, it's been 14 years. I had to do whatever. Whatever he did. That's what he's going to say. I can tell. That was his total windup. Kaylin in Riverside, you heard that. Go ahead.
All right. Well, guys, can I just say something? Because this is really making my mind just swirl right now.
Okay.
This may be controversial, but I think separate bedtimes is the beginning of the end. Okay, like there's nothing stopping him from going to bed at the same time that she does, and it just leads to problems in either direction. So
you may not be wrong. Sissy, do you and Michael have separate bedtimes?
No, we go to bed together.
Yeah, I go to bed at the same time. Tanya, do you go to bed at the same time?
Same time.
Yeah, that's interesting, Kaylin. I mean, look, I get every once in a while if you're on different work cycle
Right, or
schedules.
like somebody's sick.
But it is ceremonial and maybe keeps a certain connection if you do it usually the same time. But I didn't pick up on that. Well done, Kaylin.
yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Okay, the middle of the night is the time when people just do stupid things, or their mind is tired, and like just people need to make an effort to sleep at the same time. Otherwise,
Right.
things are just going to go wrong.
Otherwise, you're being sneaky.
Thank you for that note. Good call. Appreciate that. I mean, part of me,
Interesting.
although part of me likes the idea of like having an hour alone, right? To just sort of decompress
You
after
have
a
the whole
long day.
day to find an hour to be alone.
Well, no, but you can still be alone together.
Well, how do you mean that?
Like if you want an hour to decompress, you can be in bed together and do your own thing. You don't have to be like talking.
Sure.
I could see after being in a 14, 15, 20-year relationship, hey, you want to go to bed at 9? I'm going to 10. Okay. It's all right. Big deal. But he was up till 2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Guy's note was Sophia. And I'm going to let it go. It says Sophia to his wife, Sophia to the Roses. I know we've been going through some stuff. I love you. Yours sincerely. What the heck was that?
Strange.
Yours sincerely? To your wife?
Sincerely. That's like a practice letter that you would write in like the elementary school.
Warmly.
Warmly.
With kind regards.
Right.
Yes, best your husband,
Remember
Mike.
when you would like practice letters, like you would write letters like the president like in
Yes.
elementary school? Sincerely.
Dear President Ford.
Yeah.
I would write.
That's who was president when you were in elementary
I'm
school.
kidding. I'm teasing. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan, Sisney, and Tanya, things have seemed off between us for a while. Then, a few nights ago, I overheard him talking to someone on his video game headset. Let's get Cassandra on the line now to talk about this with her and Whittier. It sounded very intimate. I think I heard him call her baby. Okay, I don't have a video game headset. So, Cassandra, tell me what you overheard on your husband's headset.
I'm pretty sure I heard him say baby.
Baby. All right, what does he normally do on his headset?
I mean, he says that it's just like all guys, and he's just talking to guys, and that they're just joking around. But I don't know. This sounded different. This sounded intimate. It didn't sound like he was talking about our baby. It sounded like he was calling someone baby.
It's interesting because I call, strangely, accidentally, sometimes on purpose, guys baby. Hey, baby.
Yeah, but it was more baby. Like,
oh my gosh. That's
intimately. Like, not something you'd call your bros.
Was a video game on the screen as well?
Right, and I think it was like Call of Duty or something. I mean, actually, when he went to work, I tried to log in to like kind of figure out who this girl was, but like I couldn't figure it out.
All right, so here's it. So does he know you heard him do all this?
Right, but he just played it off and like, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of guys. But I know what I heard and that it wasn't guy talk.
What do you mean things have been off? You said between you. What do you mean by that?
I had a baby in September, and that's been a lot. And we basically seemed like roommates. And honestly, I don't even remember the last time we slept together, but it was probably before we had the baby.
Okay.
And, I don't know. He just seems to have no interest in my day or my life, anything really.
Okay. We are going to try and call your husband and see if we can find out about who he might have been talking to on the headset there. We're in the middle now on Kiss FM of Ryan's Roses. Things have been off for a while, Cassandra just told us, out of Whittier. And then she overheard her husband, talking to someone on the video game headset. And she said he was saying, like, oh, baby, very intimately on the headset. And she wants to know who's on the other end. She can't get an answer. Who's on the other end of that headset? Why is he saying, and she did like, oh, baby, like that.
Right.
How long you been married, Cassandra?
4 years.
I need you to say, Ryan, you my permission to call, and then his name. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call.
All right. We're going to do it right now. Be very quiet. We want to see who he sends roses to. Who's top of mind? Who's he thinking about? Is it you? Is it somebody else? Here we go. Good luck. We're calling him now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Alex, please?
This is him. Who's this?
Hey, what up? My name is Amanda. I'm calling from The Perfect Petal. We deliver all over Whittier and surrounding areas, and today we're offering a free promotion of a dozen red roses that you can send anybody like.
Okay.
They're absolutely free. I don't need cash from you, or credit card info, or anything like that. We just hope that you like our arrangements, or whoever you send them to likes them, and you come back as a customer one day.
Yeah, so how did you get my number?
You may have purchased something online in the last 6 to 18 months and opted in to receive promotional promotions from local vendors.
All right. Like I clicked. All right. Can you send them to like a private mailbox? Is that something you can do?
I could do that. Why don't we start with the name of the person you want to send them to and then no.
I'm not even like quite sure who I want to send them. Could you just like send them to the private mailbox that I?
Yeah, we just need a name. No, that's no problem at all. Just who do you want to send them to?
Well, just send them. At this point, like I don't even really just send them to 11 Boulevard. That's a PMB 5421, like private mailbox.
Well, before we get to the address, I'm on a page right now where I can't click out of it yet because this is the note, and so I just got to write the note, and then we can get on to the address, delivery
just
location.
Send them to me. Like I don't.
There's nobody you want to.
I don't know. Who
write
I'm
a note
send
to?
them to. Just like send the flowers to me, and I'll give the flowers to somebody.
Alex, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I got to ask you a question
What's
here.
happening?
Were you
Excuse
just
me,
spinning and
what's
spinning
going
and spinning? Your voice being broadcast on the radio, and we have your wife on the line. You don't want to send roses to your wife? Why? Why would you not want to send free roses to your wife? What a romantic gesture for
Sorry,
free.
who are you?
My
You
name
wanna
is
tell me
Ryan.
Who you are first?
My name is Ryan. I've told you 3 times. Alex, why are you sending roses to no one?
What gifts I give my wife is none of your business. See, you
Actually,
called me.
I did call you because she asked me to call you. And the reason we're calling you is because she overheard you moaning with another woman on your headset while you were playing your video game the other night, and she wants to know who was on the other end. You're not sending roses to your wife, so clearly there's something sketchy going on, Alex. Just tell her. She's listening.
I heard you on the video game thing, and you were talking to someone. And I heard you call them baby. What? Who is that?
I called him babe. So what? What do you? What?
So I want to know if you're having an affair.
Well, I'm not having an affair. Okay, look, I gotta go.
But who is?
Okay, wait,
no,
Alex,
wow.
Alex, you're not going. If you're not having an affair, you would not be saying this. You would not be saying I'm going. That's for sure. So something's going on. Alex, we know it's going on. Just tell your wife.
You don't.
Cassandra, he hung up on us. He hung up. He's gone.
He's guilty.
He's guilty. We've done this a million times. No one who's not doing something wrong.
Innocent.
That's the word I was searching for. Says or acts like that. So you have some information here, and good luck to you. I hope you find the truth.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Cassandra. That's guilty. Guilty as guilt.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't act or say that if you're not doing something wrong, and he's so testy about it, too.
Right, so mean.
All right, coming back at Kiss. Let's go back to Ryan's Roses for a second. I would say We've done, I don't know, let's see, how many of these?
Okay, so
I don't want a real number because it'll take
56 weeks in a year.
Do that off the air. Do it off the air.
52 weeks.
Oh my gosh,
You've done that every time. Well, I'm not asking for the math.
Like, are
I'm
you
just
doing
saying
it on
we've done
purpose?
tens of thousands of these, right?
Right.
The point is, we have Cassandra and Alex on the line, and Cassandra overheard her husband moaning, saying baby to some woman on a headset playing a video game. And she knew that someone was on the other end. He didn't want to send roses to anybody. I mean, he was very not nice to
And he wanted to send to a P.O. box and not even to his home or anything.
Got all weird. I mean, it's like really simple. Oh, I have a wife. I'll send roses. It's free. Done. This guy was not doing that. So that's red flag 1. Then he got real testy with Sisney and testy with me.
Yeah.
And then he didn't want to talk about it, wanted to hang up, and got almost argumentative and defensive. So what I'm saying is, we've done this so many times. When you hear that, you're not innocent. I don't know what the guilt is, but you're not innocent.
Yeah, like maybe he's not physically cheating.
Or maybe he's just talking to somebody on those headsets.
Yeah.
For sure. And she's saying that things have been off lately. They haven't been intimate in months.
Since September.
So red flag there. Red flag the P.O. box. Red flag talking to strangers online. Shady already. Red flag got angry. I don't know what is going on, but there's definitely... She's not barking up the wrong tree.
Right.
If you are trying to get to the bottom of something in your relationship, that's what Ryan's Roses is. A last resort to get your peace of mind. You can reach out to us here. Tell us the story. Ryan at KissFM.com. And we'll see what we can do. I don't think that couple lasts. I don't think Cassandra, if you heard it, I don't think Cassandra lasts with him.
Which makes me sad because, they've been married for 4 years. They just had a baby.
Makes you, but like, that part I get, but he doesn't treat, like, no one should be around somebody who's treated like that.
Right.